Hey guys. Alright, so first things first, I want to talk about our giveaway. After I thank you for coming. You're all very lovely and I love all of you. I would lick your buttholes. While we're there.
Bro!
He's forward.
You don't know what you're promising.
Not yours.
You're promising. I think he knows what he's promising.
We're going to give away a free Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition book. Any one of them. Because they all cost about the same. Any one of them to one person in the United States. I was told that we do this a little too late in the show because we have our most viewers at the beginning. So to do it
and then everybody
now,
realizes what they're watching.
Exactly. So let me just go ahead and do it now.
To bring you back in.
To bring you back in. So like, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you can make multiple accounts on Twitch using one email address.
Please take the book.
Wow.
So it's really just a matter of how bad do you want the book.
I mean,
It's not about us anymore.
How bad do you want the book?
The book wants to go too. It's ready to be adopted.
So there's that. We also today, at the end of the show, if you're still here and we have 5 viewers, we're going to be giving away a commission done by Taylor. She's an artist. It's nice stuff. I've seen it. I promise. Okay, my word's probably terrible. Tim, help me out here. Thank you.
it's good.
It's good.
Great. Fantastic.
Shway, shway.
Don't ask Tim to review anything ever again.
Shway,
It's
shway.
good. It's bad. It's the same turn of
It
voice.
really cuts, you know.
I'm tearing
I gave it
McGinnis. I like
3.5
that.
out of 5.
We'll be that.
Is that what you give Board Party?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Back to our sponsor.
That's all I have.
Yeah, you have to stay here until the very end of the stream to get the commission.
Till we say we're done with you.
Yeah, because otherwise, like, I'll forget.
Uh-huh.
Because I have
That's the end of my
ADHD.
announcement, so says my secretary. Dick.
Oh.
So,
Are
we
you
have...
all going as a group?
Yes, the
Yeah.
3 of us are going together.
As long as it's not constant. Free.
Niallan is entering.
Yeah.
Joy is entering.
Yep.
And... Faerun?
Fair. Just call me Fair. It's easy.
Faerun.
Fairverin.
Faerun.
Are you looking up
Something
how
cool in
many
Elvish.
stabs would it take to get the Silver Wizard?
I really feel like you're that pale guy that,
Like
you know,
a-
is basically gay in Monty Python. Search for the
The
Holy
one
Grail.
that keeps trying to sing?
Yes.
I love that guy.
I feel like that's...
It means joyous spirit.
That's definitely Faerun. That's what that name conjures. That's what brings to mind.
I'm okay with that.
All right, just letting you know, madam.
Okay, dude.
Letting you
I'm
know.
all alone.
Yeah. So those 3 are entering.
Yeah, I am.
We are entering, and we're being casual. Like,
You're being casual.
we know the people, and we belong here.
Casual.
You're acting like you belong there.
Yeah. Do we need to
All right.
bluff that or something, or?
Yeah. You know what? Make
don't give 'em
either
ideas.
bluff checks or a basic charisma check,
That's the one I'm.
or you know.
Disguise self.
Persuasion.
Wait, do I get bonuses for disguise self?
What'd you roll?
7.
7.
Technically it's
16
6.
plus
Technically,
whatever.
6.
Shut up, Ed.
What am I adding?
14.
Like your charisma modifier, probably.
18.
I'm just gonna go back to preparing my new
14,
character.
18, 7. Alrighty. So, as you're approaching, there's basically a pathway leading into the saddle that you're entering between the 2 mountains, effectively. They have a nice little wooden wall there, you know, kind of like the spikes sticking up, you know, but it's logs, pointy ends.
Yeah.
You know, and they have like a rudimentary parapet that they can do patrols on. But mostly there's 2 towers with some goblins in it. And they, you know, as you get closer, you're pretty sure they're just kind of like scarecrows. And it looks like, you know, they used leather and made things to make it look like there were guards at attention, because I don't know if you know goblins that well. The people inside do. And so they know that those motherfuckers will not do guard duty. And of course, the humans believe they're too important to do guard duty. So nobody does guard duty. And as you enter, they just make a show of it. So as you enter, people kind of look at you, but you guys basically seem to just blend right on in. You know, they look at you and they're just like, their eyes kind of just pass right on. You know, acknowledge that you are there, so they will not walk into you.
Except
You are not
we
invisible,
can.
but they don't yet. But they don't seem to, you know, reach for their weapons or be surprised or anything. So as you enter the camp, you notice to your right there is, it's definitely the lower part of the saddle, and the saddle kind of goes upwards, and then it goes you know, very sheer up the taller of the two mountains that you're standing upon. And this camp seems to kind of, you know, slope up like that until it becomes too sheer and people just don't have huts there. So on the right side, which is also the closest to the camp, you notice this camp seems to have, I guess, maybe naturally segregated, or maybe it's just the leadership wanted it that way. But the closer to the camp entrance exit is where you see a lot of the goblins, a lot of the kobolds, and of course their tents, if you could call them that, are very crappy and not nice looking. But as you look up, as it slopes up, you see it gets nicer and nicer till the very top. You see very nice, colorful cloth pavilions, and you even see a couple of wooden structures where, you know, I guess the more higher ups actually have nicer, you know, more permanent lodgings, you know, as they've been, in your opinion, probably using this base of operations for at least 3 weeks, maybe even to a month. And these are just kind of derpy things, like you can, with a reasonable intelligence, determine all of this stuff with your eyes and just basic deductions. So as you're looking around, right now you're mostly surrounded by kobolds and goblins. And there's a few humans that are kind of wandering around, but of course they're acting very mighty and very lordly, but they, you know, look like your basic peasant, you know. It's just that they're humans, and they just assume that their race is naturally superior to that of goblins or kobolds, which of course make the goblins and kobolds naturally more likely to flip them the bird. And so as you guys approach, and you are not kobolds or goblins, they are naturally more likely to flip you off. You probably even see a couple of goblins being like, "Nah," as you walk on by, especially the more human-y of the types. They might mistaken for a moment. "Oh, goblin! You ugly."
And I'm a dwarf at the moment.
And then they walk away.
I'm a dwarf.
That's right, you're a dwarf. Very ugly dwarf. The dwarf of ugliness. That's your name.
Come back.
I hear one's trying to be a fighter. And that's a totally different race, too.
Actually, Gold says we find the dude first.
I don't want to do anything.
I want to take a nap.
We will wait and listen for the screams of peril.
That sounds more entertaining than actually trying to find a guy.
Well, Tibbs will stay there, and I'll do the biggest circle around the entire camp I can find. Are you admiring your new character?
We'll be back momentarily.
We're dropping frames like crazy, so something is amiss.
Dropping frames.
I turned off my main.
Welcome back. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but hopefully the voice is coming through at least somewhat nice, since, you know, the video is kind of important. The sound is mostly important.
The video seems not choppy. That's good.
Oh, that's good.
Excellent, not choppiness. Woohoo! So basically, all I was doing, in case the video or the sound was garbled, was just describing the camp. The party is in the lower portion of it, in this saddle between a lower mountain and a taller mountain. And as they look up the slope of the taller mountain, the camp gets nicer and nicer. You just can tell that, you know, the camp is mostly humans up north. And down where you are is mostly kobolds and goblins. Goblins being short, greenish folk with pointy ears and bad breath and, you know, terrible. They're like the opposite of hobbits in terms of, you know, how they live their lives. Yeah, you just happen to be in the slums of this camp. It's only a month old and they already have slums. Hot damn.
So, well, no one's bothering us. So we want to send one of you to go get the other two? Or do, oh, wait, no, that's a bad idea. Never mind.
We're looking for somebody.
I know.
Let's find him. Who are we looking for again?
The Mad Monk of Mongolia.
Yep.
Yes.
So we should ask where they keep their prisoners, or no?
Negative.
No, we should not ask. We should just keep going toward the human section because it looks like it's right up there. And then we'll just keep an eye out. And then, you know, if it looks like we need to ask, we'll ask the drunkest person or something like that.
That won't really long.
Or goblin.
Huh?
Goblin?
No, we won't ask a goblin.
Well, we can
No, the
trade
goblins
food.
are just flipping us off.
So I flip off people that I talk to after.
Okay, so
They
keep
don't
moving
seem
towards the.
Yes, we are heading toward the center.
Towards the center, excellent. So as you're going along, you know, kind of going up there, you see a ring of goblins around a human. You know, and the human looks.
Like the monk.
No, he looks. He looks slightly worried, but and he's like, calm down, you know, and the goblins, known for their calmness, unfortunately this time are not calming down. One is like, you took it! I saw him pocketed Bigsby! And Bigsby's like, yeah! I knew I saw him do it! I'm gonna get him! Ah! I was like, whoa, I didn't pocket anything. Turn out your pockets then!
Do it.
So he pulls out some pockets, and there's nothing there. And he's just like, see? What's wrong with you? Ah, he's got it somewhere. He's tricksy, see?
Maybe you should find it.
Yeah, even your human friend is, well, your dwarven friend, or whatever he is saying we should search him better. Yeah, take off your clothes. We'll go through it stitch by stitch. I'm not taking my clothes off. I'm a human. You are goblin folk.
I wonder how long he can talk to himself.
So, what are they looking for?
I don't know.
What'd he take?
He took his... What did he take? He took my favorite Lucky Charm. Yeah, my Lucky Charms. He took my Lucky Charms.
What does it look like?
This doesn't seem believable. Can I roll to see if they're, like,
Shitting us?
they're, what's the word?
I think they should search him.
Idiot.
No, they're,
We don't want to
It's
make
that
human
thing.
enemies.
it's that word.
Bluff.
Someone just give me words. No,
Like a... Do you
intentions.
think
Their
Panda.
intentions.
So you
Oh.
You want to sense
That was a
motive?
word.
Huh?
You want to sense motive?
It's like an insight
Sense
check.
motive.
So
yes.
like an insight check?
Yeah. 13 plus. What?
wrong, careful.
Sense motive or insight?
Investigation? Would it be investigation? Or insight?
Insight.
Oh. It's
I
wisdom.
don't. Okay. So 15.
You deduce through your insightful ways that the majority of the goblins are there to support their bro Bigsby. But you're not sure if Bigsby is quite on the up and up. It's possible he's just angry. And he wants to take it on some humans and he found a bullshit reason to do it. And he knows that the other goblins also do not like the humans that much. And so they're, you know, happy to believe Bigsby's lies. Regardless, you know, they may have had sneaking suspicions, but common enemy, all that fun stuff. So they're kind of like, I wouldn't say that I believe that those goblins believe Bigsby.
Can I was gonna talk to Bigsby or talk down the goblins, try and persuade them down.
Alright.
I rolled an 18 plus 2 charisma. Is it charisma?
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
so 20.
So you're trying to talk them down.
Yeah.
Alright.
Listen. Alright? I know humans are assholes. He just said himself, I'm superior. That's not the case. We're all here together, alright? We're all fighting the good fight. We're all here for Tiamat.
Tiamat! Yeah!
Yeah.
Why the fuck do we do that? Yeah! Money! Yeah! Money!
Money and so
Most
Money Matt.
Mostly money, Matt. Yes,
Yeah.
or Tia money. Tia
So
need.
listen.
Tia need. I don't know.
So listen, alright? There's no reason for anyone to get naked unless it's for fun time.
I think Getting him naked would be fun. Yeah, then we can stab him.
Hey, what if he was doing that to you? Wouldn't that be humiliating?
Nah,
There's more of you than there are of him.
Bigsby's quite a
What
nasty
are
looking
you
guy.
doing?
Biggs.
You silly dwarf.
Biggs, come on. Talk to
I'm
me.
just talking reason here, man.
Did
There's
he
more of you than
really
there are of
take
him.
something of yours, or are you just mad? Because I can see why you're just mad.
Are you Dr. Filling?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to incite him.
I figured to make
It's like Jerry and Dr.
get
Phil
an
competing
insight
over the
check.
same thing.
What would be the opposite of an insight check? Bluff them. Yeah, let's just bluff them. You've got bluff, right?
10.
Ooh, excellent. I'm gonna go with the superior of the rolls and say that her
That's fine.
calming him down works better than your
That's fine.
shit 10 roll. She didn't get 20 versus your 10. What kind of DM would just let that one slide? I think Faerun
Yes.
would actually clamp her hand over your mouth, and that's why you failed.
Yeah.
Because she's like, whoa! Peace and love, dude.
Yep.
So that's definitely Faerun.
You're gonna get us all killed.
Isn't that what you're trying to do?
Goddess.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Got it, yeah.
Joy.
I continue slinking around the camp.
This launches into an hour long, why
Tips
Bigsby's
continue.
so angry at life, and,
I'm in a tree.
yeah, at the end of it,
Whittling.
you've done, the
Sucks
humans
on there.
wander, the other goblins are sitting around. You have now 9 crying goblins,
Oh, that's gross.
wishing, like, hey, man, your dad did beat you a lot. It's so bad. My dad beat me too. All of our dads beat us.
We all probably have the same dad.
They probably all have the same dad. Then he left us too.
With 8 different mothers.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna keep moving towards
Mhm.
around the camps. You're busy.
Okay, so onward to the middle of the camp. You get to roughly the middle of the camp, and which is kind of the lower part of the slope. Like now you're at the slope, no longer in the saddly part. Either way, and you can actually see a wooden platform with, I would say, like a witch's stake. That's what it would look like. But
For burning people.
you don't see any like
Wooden.
That's what you
kindling
mean.
underneath it, but when you look at it, it's literally a platform with a wooden stake in the middle, and you see rope, bundled up to the side. So it's possible that that's where they would do public prisoner whatever, hoopily doopily. Make, for those of you in camp, perception checks.
No, I dropped it. 17 plus
15.
15.
19.
11. Is he there?
19. So you see from where you are off to, as you're facing the stake and ahead of you, you see to your right, and like I said, you're getting out of the slummier parts, and now this is the nicer. So you see very nice, well made tents and for the most part orderly camp. And you see off to the right, you catch a glimpse of kind of like X-shaped wooden, and you see a person bound to this like X-shaped wooden structure.
I call that a St. Andrew's cross.
Sure, we'll call it that.
Actually, we call it a St. Cuthbert's cross. That's where it's bigger.
Something else.
Suck a dick. And I'm just saying that there's something over there that catches your eye that might be, since you're searching for it, what you're looking for.
Okay, hey. Oh gosh. There's a guy over there. You probably can't.
Yeah.
You two are shorter than I am, so you probably can't see it.
I'm gonna climb up on your shoulders. Yep, there's a guy.
Yep, he's on that X thing. Let's go check it out. Let's be discreet.
Just
How big around is the camp?
How big around is it?
onward, Steve.
Like, is it on top of a hill and everything?
Yeah, I would say it's
Not very discreet.
about a 1.5 mile long way and probably half a mile wide.
Have some of your dice.
Do I want to do something stupid?
I would imagine.
39 for.
A little bit.
39.
I want to look for the latrine.
Okay. So are you gonna enter? Are you gonna enter the camp then? Okay.
Sneakily.
Sneakily. Okay.
Nobody's
So
gonna sit guard on the shit pit.
You're gonna hide in it and then jump.
Well,
across
except
it.
for the
Kill
scarecrows.
so make a stealth check then.
Alrighty.
I might try a race one.
14.
I have a theory. That's why my dice roll such shit on this table. Nope.
It's because you're next to 10.
Probably.
I got a 14.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
So you start heading into the camp in a stealth-like manner.
They call me the Brown Paladin.
Brown what?
It's wearing
The Brown Paladin.
Oh God.
Okay, so you guys, while he's doing that, now Mr. Tibbs, you see the paladin. He crouches down and starts.
Did you even follow?
He's in stealth mode.
He's still
Paladin mode.
I'm still
Paladin stealth mode.
He's
And you
one
see
of-
him just go, I have an idea about their poopers. Huh. And he just crouches down and starts going off into the brush.
About the.
That's where my rapier's going.
You're gonna hide
I was up in a tree outside of camp.
So you're going to go up a tree and...
Great way to-
I've been in
Oh,
a tree outside
I've
of
been in a
camp.
tree.
I say
Okay.
great.
And so you're just going to, like, tie a rope around your legs and captains fall asleep. Be like, well, have fun with that.
He's gonna be the only one to live through this.
I'm keeping an eye out on the front entrance area. It's like, well, if they need to run the hell out of camp, I can suppressing fire.
Alrighty. So not fall asleep, but, sleep with one eye open.
Not
Tactical
sleep at
sleep.
all.
We call it tactical sleep.
Alrighty, tactically sleeping.
You're only half tired when you're half only asleep.
Well, he's half wolf anyway, basically.
He was literally
Cool.
raised by wolves. It's one of the Outlander traits.
Yeah.
He'll smell it.
Good senses.
Behold.
So as you
Approach.
as the three of you that are in camp head towards where you saw the
Action.
we'll call it the stockades. We'll just assume it's they have multiple. So you get there and you can actually see there's a couple of guards patrolling around a very large tent. And outside you see whatever his name is, bound and just kind of, head down, eyes closed, like he's just, you can tell he's breathing. He's just eyes closed, not paying any attentions. And he looks a little bruised, like one eye is black and, one lip is split. Clearly got pummeled on one side of his face more than the other.
Is anyone else around him? Like, is anyone guarding him, or are they just kind of ignoring him? Is anyone?
No, there's
interacting
there's a couple of guards kind of patrolling around this tent, and he's you have your tent, and then he's just a little in front of it, to the side. Clearly, that's his exercise for the day, and then they put him back in the tent. Maybe, I don't know, but that's what's going on. He's getting his daily sunshine.
with? Okay, so he doesn't, get depressed.
Exactly.
They're so
You
kind.
wouldn't want him to get scurvy and vitamin D deficiency.
That's too.
Those are
You can just go up and be like, sorry, sod. What's your crimes against Tiamat, bitch?
Are you doing this? Because I was gonna go up there and be like, hello.
hit on the.
What are you in for?
What
I
are
was
you
gonna
in for?
make it outwardly appear that way, and then
Well,
just
I'm
be
just
like,
gonna go straight up.
"Are
and
you
be
the
like,
monk dude?" But okay, apparently we're all going straight up to him.
Nope.
I feel like Courtney, you're one of those types that would marry a serial killer in prison.
My character is the goddess
She
of
was.
joy
She's
follower.
Yes, I just
Wish
feel
you
like,
could
oh, I
friend
totally
me.
forgive you for. Yeah, it's totally cool.
Are you talking real life or my
What?
Yes.
I'm here to save
What?
I'm going to
No.
be several feet behind them.
Several feet behind them.
Are you coming with me?
Just gonna
Hands in
Walk.
pockets, just forward strolling, but your back is as far away from this as possible.
Like, I'm not even here right now, guys.
Like your feet are forcing you to go forward, but the
Yeah, I
rest of your
wanted
body's
to
like,
go.
no, don't go.
Oh, okay.
That's not
Yeah. What are you in here for?
Yes. What are you in here for?
For fair.
You're definitely making a flirty face. That's why, you know.
That's what I want the other prisoner,
So,
guard
you know,
people to
that's-
think.
Right,
fair.
right.
Fair. I know it's been a while, but close your legs.
I'm
Damn.
doing this so that no one looks suspiciously
Shove
at
her
us.
face into my boobs. I'm doing this for.
So no one looks suspicious. Just
That
that
was-
Yes, we are interested
As
in your
Niallan takes another
Oh
step
my
backwards, like,
God.
alright, so I'm just gonna. Unless some things in my
Also-
tent.
Just gonna back away slowly. Whoa, these people
You're
She
doing
said,
terrible.
our
Well, she
cuddle,
said, so we don't look
our
suspicious,
bosom
and I immediately go, alright.
Are we actually going to talk to the guy? Said,
They
Oh, are
already
you
have-
coming too? Or-
I'm completely. on the
He has a
other side.
conversation with the poop. That's where he's got. All right, so you actually notice he does not respond to any. He's just like, you know, maybe those welts are a little too fresh, and he's still.
That's what they're doing right now, hopefully.
Yes, I'll write it on my, and then I'll just kind of.
What are you in here for, evil guy?
I'm gonna kind of kick its butt.
He seems to be unconscious.
Well, talking to him didn't work. Let's go fuck off.
No.
I didn't expect off.
I can do a touch spell
Let's go
and
fuck
heal
him.
him.
That's what I expected.
No one's gonna notice. That's why I'm being quiet. Okay.
Is there a verbal?
Yes,
Nope, it's
there
just
is.
a touch
To-
spell.
Yes, it requires some components.
I realize that.
I was
I just mean,
working on
is
it.
there a verbal?
Yeah.
All right, so you cannot quietly.
Let me double check.
Is he really out?
I can't quietly cure his wounds.
No. Not
Not unless you have like still spell or something like
Which
that.
doesn't exist.
It just
Which
says
doesn't
touch.
And then another thing, you fucked up wizards.
Do I have to look it
I
up?
hope your wizard died, so you stop complaining about it.
Where is my
Wizards, why
first
can't you do
level
fucking
cure
wizards?
wounds spell?
It's heal, right?
They're on the coast. Or at the
Cure
beginning.
wounds.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds. That's right.
I'm
Visual
looking at
and
I have
somatic.
regrets.
Visual and somatic. Okay.
visual
So
and-
Do I get a sign now?
Oh, that's verbal, my bad. Verbal is
Yeah.
somatic.
Yeah.
Because
No. Let me
somatic
be
hand gestures.
1 second.
the V and the S stand for verbal and somatic.
So
With
I have
hand-
to touch him and.
I thought
and
it was
yes.
movement,
very stealthy.
and talking, and then touch.
Why does it have to be hand movement?
Because almost every spell in the game has hand movement.
So Taylor, I was at this Italian
Harry
restaurant.
Somatic.
and Harry Potter and moving hands and
I was waiting for you to throw.
and then this douchebag and then can I slap him and be like cure wounds? Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
How
feels
weird
like-
is that?
Deception check with disadvantage.
That's like-
As your hands glow with magical light of radiance and you touch him.
How near is the
DC
guard? Never
50
mind. I
bucks.
will not do this. I will not. I'm just gonna write on a post-it note and stick it
Niallan
on.
is continually moving further back to no.
Okay, so the guards are nearby. They can
Yes,
hear
the guards
and see
are.
me.
Yes,
Okay.
they're kind of patrolling around the tent a little bit, but it's mostly kind of like a half. You know,
Okay.
since he's out of his tent cage, he's you know, there's really no reason to walk around the tent as long as and the walking part just helps keep them from being super bored. Imagine standing in one spot all day. It's not awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna tear off a piece of parchment and whip out a quill. And
No.
I'm gonna have you bend over and write on your back.
No.
See, I feel
So
like
you
the
want
guards
like what?
could probably-
Ottoman level?
Okay, I'll
You're
write on the top
like
right on the top of your
you
head.
just have to like
Yeah, I
kneel
already
down
shut
and
off my
then bend
computer.
So
over.
at the risk of
Can
metagaming here,
No.
I suspect more than just you
you check the stream?
Yes. I suspect that he could. Well, anyway, I'm just writing.
No. I advise against.
You don't know what I'm gonna write.
What am I checking for?
I was gonna write, "Hey,
Bring it up.
sexy, meet me when you're free." Fair.
No.
Because then they'll have no idea what it's about.
No.
Things
Okay, you're good. Your turn.
No. I advise strongly against.
Fine, I will not write anything. I was gonna be subtle.
That's not subtle. Right? Come find me when you're free is not subtle.
That's almost as good as I just cut his ropes.
No.
Just cut his ropes. He falls forward. We then grab him and we just go, "Oh, our friend is drunk."
Just like.
Okay,
Nothing to see
fine.
here as you make his hand wave.
I'm just gonna go down to the guard and I'm going to say, "That man owes me money."
Another setback.
You're already out of the camp.
What?
Okay, let's take a minute to maybe convene as PC players and make a plan.
Nope, we're already broken up.
We're in
How
it.
far away have you gone?
He doesn't believe you.
I'm probably
surprisingly enough.
Why can't I roll for persuasion?
35.
I rolled for him.
40.
Okay, well I'm gonna
That's
roll
not
and
gone.
say, I'm pretty sure that's
Far
the
enough away
guy
to
who owes me
disengage
money,
is
but
fine.
his face is a little swollen, so maybe I'm wrong.
Okay.
Who is that guy?
So make a diplomacy check.
Other setbacks?
Another setback.
We should have made characters before.
Mr. Tibbs will be just fine for the next adventure, shall he?
Unless you can add all of
You
your
better
stats.
assist me right now.
By the way, James, I thought
Can
about
I
He
assist?
told
Can
me
I go
about
up to the
the-
guards
the-
and be like, when are we gonna execute this motherfucker?
He told me about the far traveled and the
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
in the book in the
What am I
sword
doing?
book. I was like, oh, so I can talk like this.
Diplomacy.
Oh crap, is
I
that
was like, I probably
charisma?
shouldn't.
Is it charisma or intelligence?
One session was enough.
Charisma.
Okay,
Then I got 19.
Entire game.
and I got
Got it.
5.
To assist.
Alright. Assisting her. So to answer your question, that is the monk that they captured from the village, and there's no possible way you could, he could owe you money unless you're friends with him. Who are you? Sound the alarm!
Does this
Suddenly,
actually happen?
God damn it.
Why is this
People
God.
show up with spears.
Damn
You
it.
just see people running. What's going on? Raise the alarm! Intruders!
I'm gonna lie
Intruders!
through my teeth and say I'm a prostitute, and I got a 19.
Do we roll initiative now?
So,
Like a prostitute.
people show up,
Look
and
at
she's
those
like,
tits.
you're like, oh, I'm a whore.
And that's why he owes me money.
And all
Can
the
you not tell?
all the male guards are like,
What have you done to your own character?
That's the,
You poor
only,
fool.
that's the only thing I can think of, though, that he would owe me money for. It's not like he has a gambling
My loins! He owes me money for my loins!
Alright,
He
so.
used
Two of you may walk out of here, but one is definitely being carried out.
I'm continuing to step back.
what are you, gay?
Just means someone's getting a train run on her.
Only if they pay.
Only if they pay.
That's a good thing.
Bye,
Rob the
cleric!
town.
I'm not telling. I'm
Distract all
telling he owes me money.
Distract all the guards with your breasts.
Apparently, you think I owe
Well,
you.
you've made your statement. What's the follow-up?
He ran
from the
out on
statement?
me.
Alright, James, what's the verdict here?
Fade to black.
I got a 19. Come on. Come on.
She did roll a 19 on your excellent bluff check after
Thank you.
failing miserably, but we've called the guard. I would say you've done well enough where he went from openly hostile to just extremely suspicious. I'm gonna wait for the... What's his name again? Fuck. They don't pay me enough. We're gonna wait for someone who knows stuff to come deal with you. It's entirely too suspicious.
What's he gonna know about my private practice?
It's not that private, is it?
It's kind of out there for the whole world to see, Courtney.
So,
That's not where I.
Meanwhile, can I
And
make a
discreet
perception-
services.
Can I make a perception check to see what the fuck's going on in the camp? Do I know? the
You
sudden
know
commotion?
that there is
Has
a...
to.
Yes, you know that there is
Talk of
a sudden commotion, yes. You notice that everybody has grabbed their weapons and leadership is taking charge and saying, well, if there's intruders in this camp, we need to go into full lockdown! Search everywhere! Rabble, 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 rabble!
And then they're all like, it's just a whore.
No, then
It takes a little while for that to spread.
Okay.
I feel like that's spread.
I feel like that would spread quickly.
Something else is gonna spread
it's like,
after.
oh, drop down, Faerun. We're gonna have to convince them.
Nope, Joy. They have to pay.
Here,
We're
Brandon.
expensive.
Hey,
And
we're
that's why-
expensive whores.
That's why I'm mad about the money owed.
So, leadership shows up. And you recognize your half-dragon friend is among them.
I can't
And he walks and takes a look at the three of you.
We're really earning our
He does not recognize
he's
you at
not
all.
There. He's not there. He's been
Yes, he's
backing
been
up.
slowly backing up.
So it's just us.
But I'm just saying he still would not recognize you because you're a dwarf.
He's not gonna recognize me because I wasn't visible. I was
Nobody was
meditating
visible.
behind the wall.
Yeah. He does have a good sense of smell.
So, he does not recognize you.
Okay.
He recognizes you.
Is he attractive?
I like. Let's just keep working the horror angle. Either way, regardless, your
I feel like I'm playing
your
with
bluff
15-year-old boy.
fails because he knows the order that the monk is from, and he knows that they are celibate. So he knows that even as beautiful as you are, he would not forsake his monkly order
And it's gone.
to sleep with you. I'm sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
also a cleric, though.
I know that there's the red-haired one from Game of Thrones, and she is super hot. And if I was a monk, I would totally sleep with her regardless.
So he's
Tradition
no.
be damned, but
He said no.
you're not quite redhead hot. I'm sorry.
through a mirror.
So the nice thing is you don't have far to go in your bondage, as they basically you cannot
He did
possibly.
what?
overpower.
What did he? What?
So he orders your
Arrest.
and the
Can
50
I
billion campmates are
talk
like,
to him?
"Ooh, we get to tie her up! All right."
Sorry.
So,
Do I get tied up, or can I just be like, damn,
Try
I was with
ducking
an
that- can
intruder
you
the
duck?
whole time? What?
No, he
Can you
recognized
duck out of
you
the crowd
as a
if you're small
defender
enough?
from Greenest, so he knows. He's like, I recognize you. You're a defender. 2, your story's so full of holes. That guy doesn't even have sex. He's a monk of the Blazing Sun. They took celibacy, whatever. So he doesn't have sex.
I'm not going to convince him otherwise.
You're not going to convince him otherwise. So you are. The two of you are tied up.
Gambling.
And about 30 minutes later, because they went into full lockdown mode,
Back down the latrine.
you see a banged up Falrath thrown in there too. He's got a couple of bruises as well on his face
Wait, why?
because they found him
Holy
skulking.
shit, look at all these traitors.
You don't get to.
Do I not get to make a stealth check to go back down the latrine?
No,
They pulled you out of
So
the
what
chair.
happened was is they tied you up, and they went ahead and put you into their cell, which effectively they put you in that tent I was telling you they were kind of half. And they tied you. They have these big stakes, and they basically just tie you to them and tie your hands behind your back around the stake. And they bring in the monk. They beat him up a little bit more, even though he's already unconscious. But he killed a couple of people with his fists. And so now they feel like, like he's unconscious, and you see, a human going, yeah, what? Yeah, you can't take this on because I'm the man. We took you down with like 20 of us. Yeah, fucking Jet Li shit. And
Fuck you.
so they're mad, they still hate him because he straight like thousand-eyed a bunch of dudes and beat him up, but through powers of numbers they overcame him. So he is in there in the tent with you.
Does he
Falrath, Niallan, I'm sorry, you are
You
not in
smell
there.
Awful.
So I'll put a stay there.
Weird.
But
So many
Faerun, Joy, and Falrath, you are bound to stakes in the Falrath. You have taken 11 points damage in your being captured.
I'm sure I was
Faerun?
resistant.
Well, you're a paladin. You wouldn't have gone down. You were trying to escape, and you took some knocks. They're like bludgeoning injuries, not like stabby
I'm sure
injuries.
there are quite a few dead goblins in the retreat now.
Oh, I'm sure there are. You know that the monk is scheduled to be executed tomorrow morning. And, hey, guess what? Because you're there, he's going to kill you too. So you guys are slated for execution in the morning. And in a very James Bond, way, they're going to leave you in this tent, close the flap, and have 2 guards outside standing watch. So you are bound by your hands around stakes. The monk seems to be unconscious, and you guys are in there. Dwarf, you see all this go down. And you were distancing yourself as you saw the proverbial shit hitting the fan.
Oh, it's not good.
Can I,
So make a bluff check during this. I want to see a bluff check to see you basically like, those fucking traitors, get them!
you have been saying that.
14.
Absolutely. Even the goblins applaud your fuck 'em attitude.
Fuck those guys. And then I wait for it to calm down, and then to come down from high alert, and then I quietly, as if taking a leak, go to outside the camp.
All right, so you're gonna leave the camp,
So while we're in the tent,
go find Mr. Tibbs. Okay. That's what you do. So, in the tent, we have Joy, Faerun, and Falrath, and Monk, who we shall call Monk A. It should be actually Monk L, because he's got one of those really long elvish names. He's a half-elf, but he fancies himself,
Yeah, you're not
Joe
allowed
Dirt
to talk.
Tank.
So it's instead of taking a human name,
Churching it up.
he has to take on what he thinks is an elvish name. So
No,
he's
it
probably
wasn't.
like has a name that basically
Yeah.
is shit
He-
in elvish,
Dirt
but it
Tank.
sounds
This
pretty.
monk
So
that went-
so
this
I
monk-
imagine it's Monk, me, those two.
This monk that-
I'm gonna look over like, what did you do?
Oh, she's just a
Stop
whore.
talking! Don't care.
No.
I want to start sleight of hands to start getting out of my bond.
She's a
Sure.
whore who came to punch this monk because he owes her money for her whore services.
It's true.
I have honestly not listening.
Can't make this up, guys. Can't make it up.
17.
17. Okay.
Can't
You notice that the ropes are bound tightly, but
The crap is like a.
Oh! No! Just like, good thing the goblins have diarrhea.
It's good for the skin. Just don't get in your mouth.
I got the
I
pill
can't.
off me.
all right, we're done. Moving on.
Did at least wash them off before you get
What do you think? They're
No, they
goblins
just
and
go.
kobolds.
They close the tent. They're letting that waft. They're letting that. That's our punishment.
Back to the roll, if you will.
Shit's a lot. Yes, it's a 17 is good enough for you to, and with I'm sure a little bit of help, you are able to free your hands.
Who's laughing now?
It's been honestly, it's been.
Okay, well you can stay there then while I get my other hand out.
Well, no, hold on. You're gonna. Stop.
They are the loudest captive people trying to get out. Shut up! I'm sure the guards is like, hey, and then come in and retie them up.
How did you get free? Maybe one of us needs to stay in here and look after you.
We're quiet.
I will get my other hand out and look at them. If you say anything,
You have a message that are yelling at each other in
between
their
now
heads.
and when we get out of the camp,
No, I'm
I'm leaving you.
detached.
And that means agreeing to that statement.
Don't.
I'm going to look at the
so
monk.
close.
You have the effect of smelling salts. He wakes up.
Effective
Ah! Ah!
Did he get him alive?
I put my hand over his mouth. If you want this man to come on, you're going to have to be quiet.
Give him a little Hitler.
They're insane.
No! Wait, go to break.
They haven't had time yet.
We still got 20 minutes of shit talking.
So, I'm going to assume the monk is going to listen to me and be quiet and remove my hand.
Yes, he's going to be quiet.
Now, the goal here is to leave.
I've heard of a shit paladin.
And I'm going to start untying him. I'm assuming he's going to be able to stand up on his own.
He is a little wobbly, but yes, he is under his own power.
Cool.
He whispers, "Thank you."
Is that the one with the split lip?
Yeah, and he's...
Could've used
Tomorrow you
some
see a
feeling on that
huge
one.
cold sore. Probably some pink eye.
I want to look around the tent. Is there anything in here of use?
You know that they disarmed you, but they left your armor on you. They, will just take it from your bodies in the morrow. But your weapons have been removed.
So there's not really anything in the tent but the 4 stakes.
Yeah, just basically it's a dirt, like, so as you're walking on dirt. And there's the stakes that have been driven into the ground that also holds the tent up. And then there's the cloth that holds the tent, or makes the tent
Did we see
weathery.
when they brought us to the tent where it was in the camp?
It was right there. So you're actually towards the back, like, left area of this saddle. So you know that where, on the other side of the tent, there is a, I believe there is a cliff there. And you are high enough up the mountain that this cliff is approximately 150 feet down.
Well, got a lot of rope. I will start untying them.
All right. So you guys are untied.
And I will start tying ropes together.
All right. So you tie ropes, and in the room, they took your backpacks, and they're just kind of falling into the corner of this tent. So your backpacks are there. You just don't have your weapons in there with you. So you still actually have plenty of rope, naturally, not just using the rope. It'd be weird if they tied you up with 50 feet of rope, especially if it's just your hands.
It's called being thorough.
Yeah, it's being thorough. At that point, you're doing more than just tying their hands. You're, especially in the horse case, you're doing, some of the more erotic tying up,
Right, so my packs are here. Caltrops in front of the flaps. Caltrops at the back. And we're going to tie the rope around the stakes and go start climbing down.
Okay, so you're gonna basically go under the back flap and climb down. Okay.
I will go first.
Make endurance checks or athletics.
The first cry of stealth.
I got a 5.
Meanwhile, I'm on a tree branch, just hanging upside down like a jungle gym.
Got a 5.
Waiting.
All right. Luckily you had plenty of rope. Between the three of you in there, and then the rope that they had in there, you were able to knot it in certain places, so you could hold on better. It was exhausting for you. You were like thoroughly exhausted, like your arms ache, like burning. But you are able to climb down just fine.
Next victim.
You rolled a 7. So for you, it wasn't quite so exhausting, but there was a couple of close moments, and you get down there and you're a little shaky, and your arms are also very tired. So that leaves the monk and Falrath.
Who are you? Before you go.
We all have our backpacks.
5 points, lay on hands.
Okay. So he is. He definitely appreciates that. He seems a lot more sturdy, and
I hope it's. I bet. Ooh.
He goes up there, makes his symbol, and then he just comes down. He's like, oh, that was invigorating. And the air doesn't reek so much anymore. And he just proudly...
And then Falrath comes down.
So, Falrath, make your... and then you hear, look out below! And backpack.
I thought we... Oh.
16.
Yeah. So you climb down, just fine down your own ropes as well.
So with my last act will be douse some oil in the rope that I bought from that the armory generously provided when he gave us a bunch of shit. And I would run.
Yes.
Did you light it on fire?
He did.
Yeah.
Let's fucking run.
Alright, so they don't immediately notice that, you know,
Because it has to come
that you
all the way
guys are
around.
gone. You know, you basically stealthed out and, you know, like, you may have caused a ruckus if you tried to retrieve your weapons, but you didn't. You just said, fuck it, we can get those replaced.
You know what you can't replace? Your wife.
That's right.
Unless you're Randall and you already have the character sheet made.
Or more importantly,
It's funny,
you're
I have a
a,
monk here I could play.
you know,
like I-
resurrectionist or a, you know, multi-life person.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so, you guys shimmy your asses right on down the rope, and I assume you guys run. Okay, so in terms of overall, will you guys, you know about the camp as you're, I assume, egressing back to town.
I'm trying to find him first.
Yeah, we're trying to.
We're gonna-
I assume you guys would
At a
have,
meeting point.
yes, had a meeting point
We're gonna run
if
it
you're
out.
breaking
I'm
up.
hanging upside
The
down on
chicken.
the tree, and he comes running up. Everybody got captured. Should we help him?
No, we leave. We get reinforcements and we come back.
Is that what you're doing? You're not going to run in and try to save
We
us?
go get one of those nice colored dragons.
Wow! Okay. Apparently the sex wasn't that good.
Not that good.
He wants to have it again. He doesn't want to die.
No, the necrophilia
It can be replaced.
statement stands from the word.
There's a spell for that.
So,
Mage hand.
so you guys
Wow.
will come back together, and then you guys will avoid the,
We're back to the chicken pit, I guess. Where
The,
we first encountered cultists.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, the chicken
so you guys just go way around the ambush site, the rear guard that you know about, and you guys get back to town.
Yep.
So, you guys have identified where the camp is.
Wait. Are we back in time yet? Because I was going to say we need to find a river.
Deal with it.
No, we gotta let it walk.
Since they run faster than we do, they slowly gain up on us and are like, "Oh yeah, we were going to help you."
We were just going to get help. And we're going to be right back.
I'm gonna smack him in the back of the head.
Our legs are a little bit shorter though. It's going to take us a little.
I'm
while.
going to keep walking. Ignore all of them.
God, what smells?
I would like to.
Now!
As I get ahead of them, in front of the gnomes, I undo my clasp and let the cloak swing backwards.
Just down.
And I keep walking.
And I laugh hysterically because it's funny.
I just freeze. I got the poo on me!
Okay, so
Our illusion more flies.
So adult.
you guys make it back. You found the camp, rescued the monk, but that was all you accomplished. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So
No plans were uncovered.
no plans were uncovered. You don't know.
All.
You know. You just know that there are roughly followers of Tiamat, but you already knew that.
Maybe the monk knows something.
Maybe the monk knows something.
Is the monk just like ignoring us and humming along while we get back to town?
He's mostly just kind of recovering and collecting his thoughts, and
Wondering why his Fu Manchu was ruined.
yes.
What day is it?
So, I think this is a good break point. Really, it's 7:20. So, meet back at 7:30. Camp without causing an alarm or being caught. 100 experience per. Oh.
It was all just
For
a
getting
dream.
into and out of the cultist camp without stirring any suspicion, added additional. Oh. For rescuing Leosin, 250 XP
Fuck yeah.
character. Huzzah!
Mr. Tips, you get that for nothing.
For leaving a dummy or decoy in Leosin's place, add additional.
We did set the tent on fire, though.
for rescuing other prisoners.
That's what.
Each prisoner brought out of the camp. For each piece of information listed under exploring the camp that characters learn on their own.
I learned a lot about goblins.
A toilet.
Alright? I
We found
learned a lot
scarecrows
about.
and we found shit. We found scarecrows made of shit.
Yeah, he found out that they ate a lot of corn and.
So everybody should be level 3 now, yes? Or damn near close to it.
We
yes?
are level 3 by the generosity of the book.
Alrighty, so that 250 did take everybody over. Okay, so congratulations! Ding! See? So much easier than... I actually did find this part insanely easy. You basically cannot fuck it up. They gift you that little bit of experience to get you to level 3.
So we should all be at
But they do
270.
basically make you get to level 2 in one night, which is
1070?
a little bit more than ought to happen.
Yep.
So, but either way, congratulations on your new level. When you arrive safely back at Greenest, which you do with Leosin in tow, which you do, you can find them in or fill them in on the details that are missed during the investigation. The monk knows, he basically actually does know all the information you needed. It's just, you know, you don't get any experience because you didn't learn to talk to people getting that information yourselves.
If you want to say
So he says things like,
Whole camp, you're a whore. 50 experience.
"This is a camp of the cult of the dragon. Praise Tiamat's glory." So some cults extend their right hand with fingers outstretched to represent the 5. Okay, so one of the things you learn, like you knew this was a Tiamat just from interacting during the invasions or the attacks. But apparently, this is the sign of Tiamat, one for each head.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
High five.
So when they're like,
And then you
"Ha,
get
Tiamat, praise Tiamat!"
so,
That is, yes. Praise Tiamat!
so,
Okie
so do the
dokie.
really advanced ones get finger paints for each head?
I'll just go ahead.
Probably. The ones that are really, the hardcore ones have tattooed, you know, dragon faces on their fingers. Okie dokie. Represent the 5 heads of Tiamat when they praise their glory. Others will curl back 2 fingers to show Tiamat's strength is hidden. This is not mandatory, but adepts and hardcore cultists look favorably on those who do it sincerely. Not everyone here is full-fledged. You realize that many mercenaries were hired to flesh out the camp's strength during raids, or so that I've been kind of alluding to.
Well, that's
So you
what
already
they
knew that
found
there
out
were
was
mercenaries.
For Tiamat, gold, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what? For that one, I'll give 25 experience to everybody.
Yay!
The kobolds are here because their worshipful attitude towards dragons makes them easy for Rezmir and not well liked or trusted by the other races. So Rezmir is one of the leaders of the camp. So you.
Was he the blue dragon?
I don't
No,
believe
that
so.
was
I think that was. Yeah, he had a crazy. Yeah, he had a cyan name. That's not Rezmir. Yes. So well done on remembering that. Let's see. Hunters who bring in antelope and other large game from the grassland feed the camp. The cultists and their allies eat most of it, but some is stored in the cave to feed the hatchlings. So, hatchlings?
baby dragons.
The cult has been ranging far and wide on small raids to collect treasure. Greenest was the closest target to the camp, the biggest of all the towns they've attacked, and the most profitable. Praise Tiamat's glory. Prisoners are used for manual labor. In the past, a few have converted and become loyal members of the cult, but most die eventually of overwork and undernourishment. Then they are fed to the drakes or taken into the cave to feed the hatchlings. The cave at the back of the camp is off limits to all but those who have been cleared by Mondath and Rezmir. Mondath is also a leader of the camp, which includes a handful of guards and kobolds. It's known around camp as, quote, the nursery, end quote. It is often secret, or it is an open secret, that Rezmir plans to hatch a clutch of dragon eggs here. The half-black dragon Rezmir came to the area a few months ago, and she set up the camp. Mondath handles everyday operations. The half-blue dragon Falrath is Mondath's right hand, and is seldom far from her side. He has a rigid sense of honor, but you don't want to make him angry. The mother of dragons praised Tiamat's glory, shall return, and when that day comes, all the nations of the world shall tremble before her majesty, especially the goblins. I don't know if you played World of Warcraft, but
Wait.
especially the goblins.
And
Just
the
saying.
kobolds.
Nobody cares about kobolds, but the goblins. Their entire island, it was very sad, gone. Yeah. Deathwing just flew over and triggered the volcano, and their island sex-exploded.
Sex-exploded?
Yep. If you're gonna explode, you sex-explode.
Yeah, but they're all over the fucking place anyway. So
Yeah, it's alright.
So.
They're bound to blow each other themselves up.
The
That's
monk
funny,
is
funny. I know,
of
it should've
special
been-
interest to Rezmir. Why else would she keep this creature alive that way? What Rezmir hopes to learn from him is anyone's guess, but you wouldn't want to be in the half-elf skin, or what's left of it, when the questioning gets serious. The plunder from nearby settlements stored in the cave, no one but Rezmir knows how much is there altogether, but it must be a big pile by now.
Of meat?
So that was effectively the information you could have gathered. This is stuff that Leosin knew, aka the monk L.
Agent L.
He, of course, I'm sure he would word it differently. This is information that you would have garnered from the cultist, had you bothered to ask. Either way. So, there we go. Congratulations, you have successfully made it through episode 2.
Yay!
Onward to episode 3. Everybody is level 3 now. So do we need to take a moment to update our character sheets?
Alright, so we're all leveled, we're all good to go?
Yep.
After his experience in captivity, Leosin needs several days to recover. When he's healthy again, he intends to travel north to Elturel to convey what he's learned to Onthar Frume, a paladin of Torm, who shares his concern over the Cult of the Dragon's recent surge in activity. He has a favor to ask the characters. Insert cutscene moment. Pure dialogue. After all you've done already for me personally and for the people of Greenest, I hate to ask anything more from you, but the need is great, and I dare to hope that you can aid me one more time. I need you to return to the cultist camp. You know your way around it now. If the cultists are preparing to conduct another, raid, or a large body of them marches away, or if anything substantial is carried into or out of the cave, I need to know. If you have a chance to get into the camp and look around again, that would be the ideal way to spot anything that's changed. I don't recommend letting yourselves get captured again, he adds with a wry smile.
You don't need all those teeth, do you? Sorry, what? I can't believe
You're
that slipped
one
out.
to talk.
I believe somebody else got captured at one point.
Ah, yeah.
I'm thinking.
Didn't
It's
even
a
come
pot
back
calling
up.
the cattle. Cattle.
That's why he gave you a wry wink, because he was making a joke.
Oh.
Ooh.
He was like, I don't recommend being captured again.
We're like, whoa, fuck you, guy.
I know, you guys got super defensive about it. Jesus! You need to calm down! Leosin is still recovering from his...
Yeah, don't
His
be
head
a
injury?
whore anymore.
I think if we were still an evil campaign, I'm not gonna say this in character.
Sarah put us
Okay.
back in.
He will offer you 150 gold apiece.
An additional one?
Wait a minute,
as
no,
well.
that's not a bad idea. They've seen at least one of you. Why
They've
don't we
seen-
dress up as the guys and take one or two of you into the camp?
Well, yeah.
We captured them.
You,
Anyway, back to you, James. Sorry.
Well,
He offers to pay you 150 gold each.
The monk.
all right.
Stealth plus.
That means it would be up to you two.
If
That's
do you
what
guys
I'm saying.
accept? I assume you will.
Yeah.
All right.
We got
No,
nothing
fuck
better to do. We're in it. We're in it.
Actually, I want to kidnap
He tells you to find him at the city of He goes, find me at the city of Elturel afterward, both to report and to collect your pay.
City of Atsuno.
How are we supposed to get back into a camp we said on high alert?
I think we
Let's try
should
to
bring
sell
you
fire.
along, half-elf boy.
No. Because if he gets captured again, we're boned.
And we don't
No,
get paid.
we'll bring him in.
No.
I'm asked. Okay.
You're see.
Just
Your
borrow my
idea-
new stuff.
Your ideas are bad.
It It's my low intelligence.
Well, they didn't catch you, and they didn't catch him.
I wish I had learned invisibility.
We don't have to go today.
No,
No.
like I wish I'd learned invisibility.
That would be a good spell.
Instead, I learned web and mirror image, which are considerably better spells.
It's a shame you couldn't change that since you said it on camera.
Yep. I did it on purpose.
So, okay, well, we'll meet you there. Thanks for the 150 gold each.
You didn't give it to us yet.
What?
Yeah, he.
Already got 250 gold for the first quest.
When you've completed your task, he will then give you. Look, you're adventurers.
I know.
You guys will, if you can, take the money and run.
Yeah.
Unsavory folk, you people.
Yeah, no, I would definitely do
I would.
that. I used to be a bandit, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
I
You're
would
a
go.
bandit?
I'm just smart. I
Yes.
don't do things that involve risk unless I have to.
Well, I think
Welcome
we should
to the adventurer's
formulate
life,
a
friend.
Plan. Are you?
I wasn't risking myself earlier when you got caught or they got caught.
So basically, you want us to infiltrate the camp and just keep you updated?
Or you just, sorry, I need reconnaissance. So you don't actually have to enter the camp. You can, it's,
Just fine.
remember, it's mostly open land. It's very grassland.
Yeah.
He just needs to know if any major caravans go in or out of the camp.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Oh, 4 is average.
If you can figure out a way to get back in,
No. That's
Set it
take a look
4 is
around.
average damage.
Oh,
Doesn't get you the
okay.
average.
I don't want you to burn it down.
I'm like, what the hell?
But if you can just gather any kind of information, that'd be great too. But if you can't come up with a way, well, we set the alarm, how are we going to get in?
Yeah.
Then, just major information. You can probably assume he's going to get like an army together, so they can, if they know where the bad guys are, they know where they're sleeping, they can hit them while they're sleeping, kill them all, hopefully, or at least have a major advantage.
So, if we see any caravans going in or out, should we attack the caravans?
No, just report it so they, can figure out where it's going, so they can
What
stamp
part
these guys
about
out.
reconnaissance do you not understand? It's not a fancy word for hit it with an axe.
I mean, that's what I thought it was. So,
Okay, so you guys head out to
but
where the
Blade
abandoned camp
officially made me
was.
want to eat my yogurt.
Anybody pick up on that?
Where the abandoned camp was.
Where the camp was.
The one with the chickens.
Or the other one.
Or
The actual main camp is now abandoned.
Oh.
You get there without event. I can assume or not assume that you avoid the rear guard. Does not matter. If you decided, let's go get him this time, we are feeling powerful and fresh,
We would die.
you show up already killed, no one is there. You're like, well, that was odd. I could have sworn it was here. Well, maybe they moved. You head to the main camp. You can tell you see no movement. It seems abandoned. After an hour or two of staring at it and seeing no signs of life, you assume
We send Mr.
no one
Tibbs
is
in.
home.
You can see
Mr.
the-
Tibbs, forward! And the ranger goes, seriously?
You're the only one who didn't go in last time.
That doesn't mean anything.
He was a dwarf last time. He should go.
Yeah, they want to recognize his gnome himself.
Mr. Tibbs, surely you can figure out which way they went. There's a fucking massive army of kobolds, goblins, and critters.
Oh
Oh my.
And you're a ranger. Yes.
Wait, so we should just like
That's
peek
primeval
in?
awareness where I can track
I will
You know,
frolic into the
a
camp.
specific group
No, do not frolic.
and tell you exactly where they are, like a mile away or something
I would
like
just
that.
think it's a bonus.
For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can use sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile of you or up to 6 miles if
Damn.
you're in favored terrain.
That's handy.
So.
Sorry, there's 7 miles.
So wait, can we go into the camp and look around and see if we can get anything?
I think he was saying he's going to use a
You
spell or
first.
an ability.
I'll follow.
I use one of my spell slots to
I'll follow.
gain awareness
will
of
not.
particular creatures I'm tracking.
I will so.
No, you
I
will
can't
not.
tell
You just won't see me 'cause I'll
how
be
many there
invisible.
are.
I go in the camp.
You don't have invisibility.
I did. I relearned it.
I'm in the camp already.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't
Do you want me to twist your
I
nipples?
don't reveal the creature's location or number, but direction.
Maybe.
I come out of the camp.
Are you
Nope.
two gonna go start?
So it's real simple. When you guys,
Just real quick.
you cast a spell to see, I guess to see if they're like laying an ambush or something in the camp. Your spider senses are not tingling. You do not.
It's funny.
Your spell goes off, and nothing.
You're looking for a giant spider.
You see
Within an entire mile.
not within an entire mile.
Can't
Not
you wait
within
for a baby
3
dragon?
miles, not within 10 miles. You feel
Nothing.
nothing in terms of kobolds. You can try it on goblins. The result will be the same.
Can
You
I go
don't.
look
Yeah.
at the cave they talked about?
Yeah,
I
so
will go
you
with
guys see the paladin goes, I'm going into that camp.
I go too.
She goes, your spider sense, you're like, I don't feel anything. I guess it's okay.
Yep.
Using my
Thank
Tim
you.
goblin voice.
Bye, guys.
Going to.
Bye!
I grab his coat. Look, shut up and come here.
But I'm not okay.
So all 5 of us are going.
Big
Yeah.
stupid fighters.
Yes, everybody is going. Okay, so you get into the camp, and
I tend to stutter.
the palisade's still there, the towers are still there, the fake dummies are still there, and they're exact same. But the kobold / goblin camp, there's just black marks where the tent stood and burnt sticks that didn't quite burn all the way. But you assume that they burned the goblin kobold, I guess probably because they were doing the world a favor and destroying that place. But it has been burned to the ground. To the ground.
Wait, we
Oh.
think they burned it, or do we think someone else came in and burned it?
I mean, he did light the rope on fire when we came down, so.
Yes, this isn't you.
This isn't
The nicer areas weren't burnt.
Oh.
Their tents are just gone.
Yeah. So they packed up.
There are a few hunters that have taken over the place to, be like their place to go out and hunt.
I look at it. I don't have a problem with you. You shouldn't have a problem with me.
That's how they feel. They're like, meh. alright. So,
Got any meat?
no, I mean,
We're
well,
all
they're
those
hunters.
terrible.
They've got plenty. Or were you asking for yourself?
Yeah.
we were gonna buy some meat for my hungry.
That didn't answer the question.
For 2 whores, that
Yeah.
has a different meaning, you
Whoa,
realize.
whoa, whoa. One whore and a cleric.
That's an assumption.
One whore and a whore light, the Diet Coke of whores.
Or light.
Or like,
Thanks, Joy.
Glad you appreciate that. All right.
Oh, that's no.
There are a few huts, like wooden structures that the hunters are using. They kind of recognize you, Ms. Your Ranger, as a kindred spirit, but the rest kind of you get like that Sate's taken kind of attitude from them.
Super hit.
You know.
Sure, bro.
So
Yeah.
good, girls.
Six taken.
Awesome.
Sorry.
did you mess up your cards?
No.
So, do you know anything about that huge camp that was just here?
Yeah, apparently there are some. Actually, they would just be like, I'm sorry. I roleplay that badly. For you, they would just be like, yep.
Can you help me out?
Chin.
We're
That's all you know about
Sorry.
the lizard folk that were around here.
The lizard folk.
I smacked the back of his head
The kobolds.
so the right word comes
So-
out.
I immediately went back to lizardmen. I'm sorry. They are taking over the world. Oh, you talking about them kobold folk?
Yart.
Yep. Okay. So, yeah, there was a bit of commotion the other day. About 4 days passed. It's been about 4 days since you guys escaped. Because you took a couple of days to allow Leosin to heal up before he approached you. So it's been about 4 days. Alright, so, yeah, about 4 days ago, there was some kind of commotion. I guess the big wig got a stick up her butt, and she just...
Do you know what direction they went to?
All these questions.
Who's the big wig?
That black dragon.
The half.
The wearer of purple is the big wig. And they just kind of talk to you.
Where did he-
Other people ask.
Where
They
did
just
this son of a
kinda
bitch
talk
go?
Your kids have no power here.
I'm not trying to use them. Just upset.
You see all
Gang
the
kin
pictures.
folk. We ain't interested.
All the banjos.
Mm.
Yes, all the banjos.
Mm.
And
thinking
Well,
of
you know, I know most of them went north, and if you want to, you can actually do a. You say you can track, so you can. There is a perception check that you can do as you look at the ground to see, you know, what the tracks look like leading away from this place.
16.
Cool. Your check reveals that most of the camp's wagons and pack animals moved in a train toward the west. Though anyone can determine that from the tracks that cultists trekked away in small groups in all directions, but the majority, you know, seem to head out towards the west. There are, you know. The camp dissolved within a couple hours after discovery of the captured half-elf's escape. Crates carried from the cave were loaded into wagons or animals and hauled to the west. A few raiders remain in the cave. The Wearer of Purple, the Dragon Man, and the Better Warriors and the Dragon Dogs.
They're still here?
But as long as the cultists pay them, they will continue to hunt for fresh meat.
Well, they said some people stayed in this cave. So
Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, the hunters are hunting for fresh meat for them.
Yeah.
So there's still people here.
Yes.
they're the
But they're in the
hunters.
cave. They're not in the camp.
How many people are in the cave?
That they don't know. They just know that there's that feller who wears purple, the Dragon Man, some of the Better Warriors, and those Dragon Dogs. I think you called them the lizardy guys. I guess they kind of look like alligator guys or something. I guess. I don't know. Shoot, dang, all them.
Kobolds.
They're.
Their names are kobolds.
Yeah, Dragon Dog sounds like a good name to me too.
You're
Assuming
gonna
nobody
get
wants
more people
to,
that way.
you know, fully explore the
What,
camp.
Unless
I
you
mean,
search
well,
her.
It seems like it would take probably about a day to fully explore the camp. Like,
I mean,
go over every inch
Can
of
we
it.
go where the wooden structures were?
See, I doubt I've met them taking everything though. So.
Sure, you could, I mean, you can go. You guys, it would take you about an hour, in your opinion,
To get to the cave.
to search around the wooden structures.
Yeah, that's really where we're gonna go.
So
Do
you
we
want to
find
go?
our weapons?
Okay.
Our own weapons?
So make a perception. For those of you searching the wooden structures,
Woo,
make
I
a
perceive
perception check.
nothing.
Investigation?
Nope, perception is what they ask.
I perceive 5 worth
No.
of nothing.
Was it -2 to skills you don't have?
No.
I'm probably still just like, why did I
It's
say I
only
was a
proficiency
whore?
bonus.
Oh, okay.
That was stupid.
20.
Hey, guys! I
20.
remember this is the place where you guys got captured, right here.
Oh, this burned
So,
down
It was funny.
you realize
I
that
remember this
while
was
quite a bit of
probably
material
one of the
has been left behind, it's all
trail
trash.
between, like,
I
Basically,
didn't
cracked
get
pottery, rusty knives, soiled clothing and
Exactly.
bedding, cheap cookware, and wine that's gone to vinegar. Some of it might be to use of the people of Greenest who lost everything in the fires, but it has no value as treasure.
So,
Further.
should
Don't want to
we...
hear anything from Poop Boy.
You wanna find out what it's like to climb a latrine?
No.
Then why don't you shut your face?
Why don't you bring it?
Alrighty then. After the dragons.
Okay, so would you have would you guys have entered
Your
the camp
leg's on.
during the day, or would you have entered? I assumed it like afternoon, like you woke that morning. You took a good look and you didn't see anybody until like by that afternoon, like noon, you got in. So let's say it's like 1 in the afternoon. Does that sound fair to everybody?
It is 1 in the afternoon.
All right, so it is 1 in the afternoon. All right, so you find the cave entrance, and it's about 15 feet tall, or like the ceiling, the roof of this cave is 15 feet. So you guys, you know, in terms, you won't be banging your head anytime soon.
On the roof.
I
That's
just
funny.
The caverns are filled with faint sounds, dripping water, scratching rodents, scrabbling lizards, wind moaning across the entrance.
Not very good wind impression.
Moaning lizards.
Lizards moaning across the
I'm sorry, someone talk.
That's a cave. Are we sure we want to go in there, or we just want to follow the cave?
Wait.
The entrance to the cave is broad and tall, but the ceiling quickly lowers to a height of 15 feet. Standing inside the entrance, you see...
Is it the lizard man, dragon man, who electrocuted our friend?
I feel like I would have a lot of nopes.
Disengage and dash? Disengage and dash.
D&D!
So, as you approach this cave entrance that you see, how would you approach it?
Gently from the side.
We would not want to approach it head on. So she's not wrong. We would want to approach it out of shot of whatever's in
Teeth outside of the cavern.
Kind of just like brush your hand a little bit to kind of get the feel of the cave, you know, and then just slide ease on in. Is that what we're talking about?
Before we go to the cave,
Oh.
I would like to say that caves are enclosed, dark,
What?
echoey places.
So,
So no
I've never
yelling.
tried yelling into one before, but it's something to
Barbarian
see.
and
Can you hear me
cleric.
now?
I will be...
No! I'm never yelled!
That is your normal volume. I swear to God, you will go first in there and you'll feed the dragons.
I will be calm. Unless you make me laugh. I will still be calm.
We're fucked.
It will still be calm as I laugh hysterically. Alright, so it sounds like we're going to attempt stealthiness.
Yes.
Alrighty, so...
I like that word.
I
Attempt.
am gonna lay on the ground and
Attempt is good.
Local.
wiggle sideways so I can see inside the cave with my dark vision.
Maybe we should stay outside.
They don't look at the feet; they look for like head level for people.
Maybe
so I'm
we
sticking
should-
my head at the floor.
All right. So as you get, you're taking your time and looking, and you can actually see, you see a human wearing leather armor, and he's kind of leaning up against, against the like a wall, the entrance of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of looking out, like his armor looks like it's been colored, like dyed to be basically the same color as the rock wall, so at first you didn't even see him.
Okay.
But he's not like crouching trying to hide. He's been looking like he's been doing this for a couple of days now. It's a bit on the dull side.
Okay. So I'm gonna crawl back to the group, stick my head out of the cave entrance.
I think they're in there.
No, they're not in there yet. I'm scouting with my dark vision.
Okay.
Hey guys, there's a guy in camouflage leaning there like he's guarding. I think we should approach this with words first.
No.
Not
Sure.
diplomacy. I think one of us should run in there acting like we're being attacked and we're seeking shelter in a cave, and then we'll ambush him after he tries to help.
Okay.
So
That's under the assumption that he'll try to help.
Remember that conversation we had
It
where
is.
you have bad ideas?
I remember
Her
you
god is
saying
like
that.
joy and happiness, so...
I'm aware. Their god is like fire and kill everything.
Some would
Okay.
say fire and death.
Well then, I approve. Anyway,
Game of...
I'm not there
that's
yet.
why I approve. Okay, so if you have a better idea, let me know. Because honestly,
I
I,
feel like-
think joy would be a
feel
great
I
one.
feel like you should do this. I feel like you could handle this type of situation. Like only you could be so exuberant as to bring a follower of Tiamat back to like the rationals. Yeah, go ahead. It'll be fun.
Does the cave come out of the ground or is it built into a wall?
It's like into the mountainside.
So I can't really
Is that
climb on top of
sarcastic
it.
enough?
Can I?
So,
I So, do you think Joy would be best because she's short and looks helpless, even though she's not?
I think the paladin would be best.
I think the giant
because
axe that she has strapped to her back
Oh,
might give that away.
Yeah.
I guess I look more helpless.
I'm just a little lost out here. That fucking axe is bigger than you, sweetheart.
It's like an ox with a plow. Just massive axe.
I
I guess you have a point. Shit, I can't really. Yeah. Bad. I guess that can be useful.
So
Not helpless.
So, do you guys look helpless?
I think the paladin should go
Unless you want to go to
he's-
sleep, you should probably rethink that statement.
Yeah.
I'm just
I mean,
asking
looking
if
at
you
you,
think you can act it because it's a good acting experience.
No.
Okay.
I think the paladin.
Cosmic power.
The paladin's pretty. What's the word? Swift on his feet.
Tibbs,
Yeah, but he doesn't look
You're
like
a hunter.
he need help.
go tell him you found more meat.
That's
Bring him
a
out here.
better idea. Fine.
Don't even try to convince him. Be your normal self. Say, hey, we got more, and leave.
Believe.
You know, act exactly like the people upstairs.
Okay, I put on my hick accent.
Alrighty.
This couldn't possibly fail.
This is
I
better
will
than-
press myself against the cave.
Okay.
Rapier draw.
Are we
and-
voting that this is better than that?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and put
You-
that
you-
vote on every plan that you
you-
have. Thus
Damn.
far.
I'm not trying to say you're an idiot, but you're an
Add one to my
idiot.
intelligence.
So,
Yeah.
Mr. Tibbs, I'll miss you.
The spider climbs down the wall.
I'll hug you.
Mr. Bits, can I have a thread line to tie around me? And if I scream, you run.
And you name
You
him.
have a giant spider now?
You name him Mr. Bits.
You haven't noticed his giant.
Hello, giant spider. I say
Your
quietly
intelligence
because
really
we're right
is-
outside the cave.
You have like a negative on your intelligence.
I do.
So, go ahead.
I do.
So I guess we're just gonna hang out here with our weapons drawn.
You have a giant spider.
Staff.
My wisdom's okay.
I don't have.
I think
I-
I do.
I-
There's in your party.
Oh, then
I
yeah.
tell the spider to wait up on top. You know, I come waltzing up to the front of the cave. Hey, Grunt, we got more meats.
Mort's meats.
More meats.
More meat.
More meats.
Milton's.
Melton mouth, not hand.
All right.
Did I eat the Milton's?
We need help
so-
carry all the meat.
He just kind of nods, and he makes like a come on motion, and two humans come out of the cave
Just killed him.
with weapons.
Wait, him and someone else, or two more people?
It's him and one other dude. So there's two dragon claws coming out. Dragon claws, their title. Human is what they are.
Okay.
Okay.
So cute.
They're wearing leather armor, and they have scimitars at their waists.
Do we attack him?
We wait till they pass.
Yeah, they have exited. Now seems like a good time to go ahead and spring.
From behind.
Let me
trap.
make
Yeah,
a scary
Like a spider.
spider up here.
I'm gonna rage.
He's just worth a rage.
I don't think it's worth the rage.
I don't think. I think you should use your own judgment, Joel.
Yep, you can use your own judgment. Just let me know.
You get
Your
advantage.
judgment. Okay, so there's 5 of you. I decided. Yeah, that's nice.
You have mine.
Do we get surprised? I guess.
Yeah, we'll do a surprise round. I doubt these guys. You guys are level 3. I doubt that they will survive. But let's see. I will have you roll initiative afterwards. I'm just going to go round robin, and if they're still there, we'll then roll initiative. Or use yes, I will use the goddamn cards. Wow, Jesus!
Alright.
Ah! All right, so Tim, remember your spider.
Yep.
Because I assume he's gonna spring down. Ah!
And
Fucking
I can't.
terrify the shit out of me.
I can't
The
attack
entire
and my
party
spider
screams,
attack at the
the
same
cave
time
screams,
until I
the
get
cultist scream.
2 attacks.
It's a good time.
I have to command my.
So you
Spider
either
screams a little bit.
tell your spider to attack or you attack.
Yeah.
But you can't do both.
I can't do both until I get 2 attacks.
Okay.
The spider will do automatic things like attack him on
Let's do it.
opportunity.
Level 5.
Okay, but he won't
He won't
initiate an
yeah,
attack.
I have to
Okay.
maneuver or
The range.
move.
Okay.
to-
So well, it's up to you if you want to use your spider or your springer. Suddenly and
Can
Gotcha, bitch.
Your goddamn super scary spider just hanging out, watching, like, yes, master, kill them so I can feed. Some scary ass spider shit. So, Mr. Tibbs, what would you like to do?
By the way, boys, ever heard of a Mr. Bits?
Huh?
And then...
Alrighty, so Mr. Bits jumps down and launches a, I assume, fang attack, or
Yep.
maybe he just pounces
That
with
was
his...
probably a legitimate
5 foot
bite.
range
Did he say?
bite attack.
Mr. was the only
Bite
person I've
attack?
heard that understood.
It's a spider. He's a giant, like...
Giant wolf spider.
Giant, yes, very...
Oh, okay.
And
Like
wolf
frost-
spiders are already
frostbite
terrifying
spider?
enough.
I think they're size small.
Medium
actually.
size
Oh, I
animal,
think
like
they're-
donkey size spider.
Donkey
Okay.
size spider.
Oh, wow.
I just
Alright.
opened them out.
I did not
Very
realize.
giant
I
fucking
thought it was
spider.
like I thought they were like small, like gnomish size.
No, they're medium.
Holy shit, you can ride that.
I know.
That's why I chose it.
That's why I took a whole day while we were in camp to talk to this fucker.
Yeah,
Because
remind
he's so
me of
cool.
your ranger next.
What page is he anyway? Giant.
toward the end.
Yeah, I found him.
So go ahead and roll your advantage attack.
Medium beast. Yeah, he's big.
And he's the right challenge rating,
Yep.
which is more important. Nice.
Plus 5. So that
You
is...
get advantage though.
Oh,
He got
doesn't
plus
matter.
5. Here it says plus 3. You give plus 2 to him or something?
No. I get my proficiency bonus to his stuff.
Oh, very cool. All right. Well, yeah, plus 5 then.
So 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, out of the park, man.
And when he does make a successful hit, it's DC 11 con or he's poisoned.
Save and throw. Yeah, I got you.
Nice, Max.
Max damage, so 7.
I'm actually looking at him right now, so I know exactly. All right. Well, he's got plus 1 to his con, so I need to roll a 10 to beat this. So 55%, but my odds 100%.
No.
I'm being like, it's because it's not
2d6.
Randall casting a spell, it's somebody else.
It's also, even if he does succeed, it's half damage.
So he's gonna die.
He's going to get hit anyway.
Because it's a giant donkey sized spider.
With only 3 fucking poison. So 7.
Don't worry, the brown
10
pants
damage
he
overall.
suddenly acquired make up for the lack of damage.
You rolled your 2d6. So you did 7, so your 2d6 was super low?
Yeah, super low. So 10 damage.
Wow. If you actually just rolled average, he would have done very well. Or you would have basically, either way.
But now he's fine. If he survives, which you won't.
We could keep him as a hostage, maybe.
With spiders
Not
on
with
it,
poison.
spiders gone.
Well, if my target's HP reaches 0 as he's poisoned, he's immediately stable, but poisoned for an hour.
And then he suddenly
Alright.
shriveled up like a raisin.
So,
If I want him to be a raisin, yes.
Mr. Ritz.
Like
So-
this.
Only one of them
would
needs
be-
to be,
Me
questioned.
It's a hairy spider, right? So I can pet it.
It's a wolf spider.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can pet it.
alright,
if you
so
want.
he's,
It's tame.
he looks bad.
Is he looking
So,
at Frodo?
Niallan, what are you doing?
Nat 20.
Sure.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh, okay.
Nat 20.
Who are you blasting?
One of the other guys.
The one that the spiders...
No, the other one.
Okay, the other one. Okay.
It's 16 points of damage. Oh,
Did you roll your other
I have to
weapon?
roll another weapon.
Yeah.
That's right. 9 points of damage.
Plus the whatever.
No, it's just 9.
Why is it-
Oh, okay. So you do 9 points of damage.
Yep, fire damage.
I'm so confused.
He also looks really burned. I could have sworn he said 16 damage, and I was like, oh, okay.
I heard that too. I was like, he's dead.
Okay, so 9 damage altogether.
Yep.
Okay. He is burned, but still standing.
I lunged at the burning one.
Lunge at the burning one!
I got a 22.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
9.
Yeah.
As he is engulfed in flames, your rapier finds his heart. He dies moments later. Courtney.
I
Peace
guess
and
the only
love.
one left is the spider guy, right?
Yeah. Are you gonna try to talk him down? Clearly, nature/love wants you to. No, I guess I'll try to kill him.
Nature is a loving and beautiful thing as nature sinks 2 giant mandibles in the side of your neck.
It starts feeding, probably.
Can you feel the mandibles?
I
Crawling.
As
in
his,
my skin.
as his veins turn black and he collapses.
I don't remember the rest of the words.
I don't really want to
The
heal
spider
him
will
because
not
he's
stop.
the enemy. Nothing. I'm just gonna attack him with my I'm gonna try to cut his legs
Yeah, sure. You know.
with my longsword.
You found it.
Yeah.
Spider, go high. I'll go low.
17.
And it hits. Roll damage.
Okay, what's my longsword's damage? I'll take it.
D8.
Yep, thank you. And I'm also gonna yell, my plan would have been nicer. 8 damage.
Well, you went low to hamstring him, but you cut his legs off. He falls to the ground.
Clamp his mouth, clamp his mouth.
Bleh, he's dead.
Whoops.
Uh,
I was
So-
gonna question him.
well, I
Too
mean,
quickly.
blood is shooting out. I mean, you can try to get him back.
You can always
To,
cast Cure.
you can always
Do you
heal him.
want to question him, group, before he bleeds out?
Lay on him.
Let's give
1 point.
Mr. Bits some.
Oh, so he gives him
dinner.
1 point
That's
away.
the
The
other
other
guy.
doesn't stabilize him.
That's the other guy who's.
I say,
Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs, but you ain't dying yet, boy.
As we pull him over to the side. Goody, a friend.
Tell us what you know, or we'll cut your hands off and heal you back again.
I love this part. This is my favorite part.
this sounds a lot like my other character.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, the gimp in the alley.
Hey,
So,
hey, he probably didn't deserve that.
He did it at all. Sarah deserved that, not him.
I was angry.
Alrighty, so you bring him.
it was a past life.
One
All is
lay on
different.
hand point.
Yes, you
And then I go,
stop the bleeding. His legs are gone, but you know, just shh. It's okay. You don't need your legs.
Don't worry, Tiamat can fly. Maybe you will too one day.
You want me to take your mind off those legs, boy?
Alright,
So he's still paralyzed and poisoned for an hour.
oh, we can't even that, can we?
Actually, I just learned lesser restoration, but I don't think I should use it on him.
I'd rather wait an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, can I scout the cave while we wait an hour?
No. There's
I
people still in there.
I feel like you need to watch him, and I will scout the cave.
I can.
And then I will.
I think I'll just overrule this and say he's dead because
Okay.
it's not going to really give you any.
What's
Like,
your next
Okay,
you're going to ask questions like, "What's beyond this cave?"
Okay.
Eggs for a dragon, and then bad guys. That's really all you're going to ascertain.
Okay.
Because that's literally all that's in this cave: bad guys and eggs. So
We steal his clothing.
Can we roll
Or
him
paladin
off?
mask.
Can we roll him off the cliff?
Can we
You can do
disguise
it.
my spider as a follower of Tiamat?
We put the spider in the cultist robes.
Alright, so,
no.
so we're going to go into the
That's
cave.
Scooby-Doo. We
You go
just
first.
put a mask on everything.
Oh my God! It's a giant spider.
Why is she going first? I want the element of surprise.
I just want you to know that is some Avatar shit, and I don't appreciate it. So
Are
we're
we
moving
just
on.
killing the thing? Are we just
Right.
killing the
And
legless
that means
guy now?
you stay here.
There's really no. I don't want to
I
spend.
don't question him. We
No.
just give him to Mr. Bits.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I just don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
The question.
You're really. There's nothing to
The
really
paladin
ask.
decided that he's going
Can
to go
he
into
just
the
take
cave.
back his healing?
You are at the entrance of a dungeon.
Oh, okay.
That's really all you needed to know. So expect typical dungeon shit, like
So then he
traps
dies.
and bad guys, and you know,
Cut off his
a
hand and
boss
he
at
will
the end.
Fine.
So
He is dead.
Fine.
yeah,
You got to keep your healing point because we just let him bleed out.
I'm sorry. Is that okay? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want to
fine.
like
No,
railroad
that's
you, but
cool.
I,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
that's
with the
cool.
fangs on the neck and the cutting off of the legs.
And still
it's just a it's just a lot
His
of.
life would be pointless unless he. Never mind.
Into
I'm
the
not gonna do
cave!
that.
His life was
Into
pretty
the
good because he
cave!
worshipped Tiamat.
They could
Oh
be
yeah, but
the peg
I
leg
was gonna say
service
something.
of Tiamat.
No.
We're going in the cave.
Peggy.
Okay, so as you enter the cave, it's actually fairly
Dark.
it's very dark and
Is
scary.
it
It's like
dark
a
or is
belt
it well lit?
my
Does everybody
spider.
have-
No, actually, it is actually well lit. It's not very dark.
Yeah,
There is a
everybody-
part in the cave that is very shadowy, and as you approach, weapons drawn, you realize it would be a great ambush spot, but there's nobody there.
Oh,
It's that we
kind of
see.
like we killed him.
Well,
I'm just
Yeah,
Yes,
so
if you had just like been like, oh, nobody's here, and just rolled into the cave, they would have retreated there and sprung an attack on you. But
Oh.
But we lured them out.
I was
Thank
kind
you,
enough to
Randall.
not just suppose you were going to do
My
that.
version was.
Good thing Mr.
Alrighty, so
Saint
you have a
was
choice. You can either, as you're going in,
Saint.
you see the shadowy part, but over to the right, you see what looks like they chiseled stairs into the open ground, descending deeper into the cave, or you see another passage to the right.
Is it still afternoon, like 3 now?
It's still, I would say, like 1:30, 2
Oh,
o'clock.
we didn't take long to come.
I
Oh, well, it's like 2:30
we
because
listen?
you spent some time searching the buildings. I'm sorry.
Can we listen on the stairs in the cave? Do we hear anything?
You can, but the sounds of like water dripping and things like that drowns out because of the echoing. You just can't hear.
So the
really
main
too much
level
what's
is
going on.
clear. We've checked the main level. It's
Where
all
you are
lit.
currently at, there was the two bros.
Can we see all the walls?
I can't see.
Can you what?
Can we see all the walls? Like,
Yes, it's
there
it's
are
actually
no-
well lit. Like they have torches and
Oh, okay.
so it's not like, oh my gosh, it's so dark.
Okay.
There's that one dark spot in the corner,
And that's
but
it.
the rest of the room is for the most part fairly clear.
Okay, so should we camp?
No.
One of us should scout down the stairs.
No camping.
It's 2 in the afternoon. You're not ready for sleep.
I know.
So there's a cave.
This isn't Boulder's Gate. Oh, I got through a fight. Rest.
Well, the
Which is
guy
what you
jumped-
do. Boulder's Gate is like fucking retarded hard.
Yeah.
So there's a passage ahead and there's stairs. I feel like.
Yes, there's a passage to your right, and there are stairs that were to the right of that darky spot in the corner.
I feel like we should go ahead and come back to the stairs.
Yeah, because the guys downstairs probably aren't going anywhere.
Okay, so you're
To the
gonna.
ceiling.
That's.
They're gonna
I
I would
like
like
our
to strap a
standard.
belt to Mr. Bits and me hang.
Okay, so as you explore that area, you see there's you get to a
Sirk teaming up on the ceiling.
the passage suddenly. For those of you who have a natural sense of direction, you feel like you're headed back towards the entrance, like that's the direction that you're heading, and you see effectively a fork. You have the choice of going right or left.
So we're following the cave,
Yes.
not the stairs.
You're not. Yes, I thought that was the.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody's.
are
Yes.
upstairs?
So I am correct.
Following
We
the-
are here. So you are at a fork. You can see a room to your left and a room to your right. Right or left? That's the decision.
I'm gonna use my dark vision and stick my head on
If you were to be assuming this was a maze, and you were like, typical maze fashion, let's put our hand on the right side of the wall and just keep following it right, then the choice is right. But if you, I don't want to
Let's go right.
force arm, I just wanted to
The right way to
say.
go.
So there you go.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh.
Let's scout out the gnome.
Can't we just hold
Yeah.
rope and?
Yeah, I'm not wasting my
Split?
rope. I've already burnt one.
I don't know.
Yeah, burnt hers too.
That is the slowest way to get through a maze, but it's also the most effective.
Are we here for speed?
This chamber is now mostly empty except for a few small overturned
Missing.
boxes, broken items, some scattered coins, small gems that were dropped during the hasty evacuation, and one cultist who is sleeping soundly on the floor after consuming, you assume, wine, as there are several empty bottles, and it smells like wine, around his sleeping form.
Take the shit and go.
So the shit is 16 gold worth of treasure. In terms of gems and gold you find, it's about 16 gold.
You see the
that were dropped
paladin
on the floor.
noticeably look at the gym like, cultist, right?
All right. He is like snort like.
Would you like to,
No. Do we want to touch it now?
Yeah, that's why I said hand over mouth and shake the
You
fuck
can
out
chop
of
his
it.
head after we talk to him.
How
I want
about
to know who's downstairs.
I can lay down and just be like, "Good morning, sunshine."
Rapier on his neck, mouth. Just hold his mouth until he wakes up.
I guess I'll
okay.
hold his.
So you just hear.
Pinch his, I'm
Hold his
gonna just
nose
pinch
shut.
his, yeah, pinch his
Now
nose
he
shut.
holds it.
Everybody gather
Oh,
around.
nose.
So after 5 minutes, he's dead.
Oh, come on, he wakes up.
No, I mean like he is like
Well, we would let go of his nose.
super
if he was
drunk,
Oh.
like basically
Is there any
drowned in
wine
his
left in
own
the bottle?
vomit,
Whoa.
kind of.
He's dead.
I mean,
No, we're not gonna.
I
hold
think
his nose
after a
until he
while
dies.
we
That
would
doesn't
realize
make
that he's not
sense.
coming out of it. So I go, hey, Mr. Bits, paralyzed.
No, because then we can't question him because it lasts for an hour.
Well, that's
You're
fine.
not going to like fucking.
he's-
We
he
can
is-
continue exploring.
If he's already choking on
you can make it. You can wake him up, but he is. You can tell that he like almost killed himself. How heavily he drank.
Okay.
So it will be like multiple hours before he's coherent enough to
I
answer
scoop up the
anything.
gems and say, "Have fun, Joy."
No. I vote that we tie him up and just leave him here until we come back.
No, we're not coming back. Grab the coins. I'm gonna grab my axe.
We're gonna go down the stairs eventually.
I'm
We're
already
gonna
done.
come back.
All right, he's dead. Let's move on.
I don't have time for this shit.
I didn't get to kill anything last time. Oh.
I want to
A
kill
decision
so
creates
badly.
decision. If you can't make a choice amongst yourselves, I will
My
make it for
choice
you.
was tie him up and leave him there. He's already dropped.
Next time, make a coherent decision.
I look down the other path.
All right, the other path.
Wait, was this a dead end?
Yep.
Yeah, it did dead end.
Okay.
The other path is. That's what I thought it was, but I wanted to make sure because.
I look at Niallan. When did you get a dagger?
I have a small knife,
No.
So I go put your knife.
pretty much. But
Cleric is
it's
super
very
good at-
effective when it applied directly to the jugular.
Yeah.
I guess.
We probably
lazy,
should have killed
sleepy
him
people.
without a
Yeah.
weapon.
You'd be surprised how many of those there are.
He just died of alcohol
No,
poisoning.
I would have.
He could have rolled over on a coin and his blood was so thin.
Actually, there won't be any blood left because Mr. Bitch.
There you go.
There you go. Shrivel the evidence.
Mr.
A trail of
Mr. Vince
raisins.
is gonna get drunk.
A trail of raisins leads to the boss room.
His blood is 10% alcohol.
Actually, that'd be a
His blood is flammable.
Why? Mr. Bitch, never
I've
mind.
always wanted a fire-breathing spider.
He's drunk.
Drunk spider.
That would take a whole day to
Fire
find
out.
another one of this particular species. I don't want to do that. I could realign
Spiders
myself
have
to another
cool
pet.
ones.
This one dies, so
Aww.
yeah.
You
You do
can?
what?
You can just go get another one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If he dies, you get a new one?
As you
I
scout
find
ahead,
it, but-
you see
Mr. Bits with 2 eyes.
as you approach the entrance to this room, you hear
Sorry.
2 4s and 2 7s. Suck it, bitch! Ha ha! Time to pay up! And you hear,
Shuffling.
"You lucky motherfucker! I bet you're cheating. Damn, man, that's 3 hands in a row. Ante up, boys."
What's our plan?
Can we tell if this is a dead end?
I send my raven slightly into the room.
Um.
Not into the room, but into the
Hop, hop.
hop
Okay.
into the opening.
So, do you have like the ability to see, or does the
No,
Raven
when it comes
report?
back,
Okay.
I can-
So, in terms of, I don't know how to answer your question.
Well, I guess the bird would know.
But the bird comes back and reports humans doing humany things in a room. There's a bunch of
How many
them.
humans? How many humans?
Is it intelligent enough to be able to count?
I don't remember.
Ravens are smart.
They can mimic quite well.
If the humans were worms, how many worms?
You can train a goat to count. Why can't
My
you
spider is
train
super
a
wise,
You
but
can.
not very intelligent.
They all seem to be of the same, humany.
It's got animal intelligence.
Yeah, so it's. I'm
Um.
gonna say it can identify you as a human, and he would say, there's a bunch of them look like you, whatever.
Do we still have the clothing of the other guy?
No. We
Let's
let.
go get it from the guy you stabbed in the
No.
face.
They know what we look like.
Not.
Let's just
I
set up
think-
some bear traps.
Why should we even bother?
Why don't we just luck him this one?
If we clear all the enemies, well, yeah, actually, that's a good idea. Let's do that.
I motion for them to all go back,
Grab the crates.
How are we gonna block
and
him?
I'm gonna start laying down caltrops.
Okie
And I
dokie.
step back.
I'm gonna lay down caltrops all the way back to the stairs,
And
and
then
we're gonna be like,
Do you have enough caltrops to do that?
I've got 5 sets,
Jesus.
and now I have.
What do those do?
Well, they take
They're
lots
like-
of damage, and they're gonna keep going. Ow, that hurts! I gotta stop.
yeah,
Ow,
they
that
got
hurts,
those
I gotta
sharp
stop.
little things you drop.
It's about 50 feet
Like
worth
tacks.
of caltrops.
Do you want to lure them out?
We could.
I draw my longbow. I should not be amused by the prospect of this.
Okay, so are we legit? I'll hide behind a corner.
Yeah, we could
Get your ranged weapons up.
stand in the
I could
ambush
just say,
spot.
hey boys, come get your meat.
I'll send the raven into the room to call once and then fly away.
Okay.
Wait, I thought we were just gonna.
So your raven goes in,
Little bitches, little bitches.
and flies away, and Probably hear some laughter. I bet one of them fucking Marines taught it to do that. Those motherfuckers. That's a great sense of humor. That's hilarious.
Mr. Tibbs, are we all preparing to range attack?
I'm preparing.
I prepared my light crossbow.
I'm in the corner with my great axe.
You've
that
got a
shadowy-
javelin and a throwing axe. Come on.
Oh, I have hand axes. Let's go. Let's do this.
Wait.
How high is the ceiling?
15 feet.
Are you gonna hold on to your spider? And...
Well, my spider has 5-foot range when it goes bite, so I'll just.
And Mr. Tibbs, do they have meat ready? Maybe they should go get their meat.
You would have to walk after the cow traps.
No, I could just come get your meat.
Wait, we haven't explored the stairs. Should
Yeah,
we do
we-
that so that people don't come running up the stairs to attack us from behind?
I cast web on the staircase.
What?
So that way, he's like, there you go. No one's coming up from the
I
stairs.
anchor a web from
No,
one place.
My paladin is
Get some
deeply concerned
fire.
by the spider theme that was running through this party.
I like your other
Praise
idea.
Loft. Let's keep on going.
Just what?
Just shoot,
heard of something.
shoot an arrow in
Shoot
there.
blindly into the den. I hope you get one.
Oh, Jesus. I'll land a fire. I'm not even trying to aim it. I'm just like. Just down the hall into the room.
Can we roll luck to see if he hits one?
The way the
Please.
hallway is curved, you would have to be about
Jedi.
15 feet away to shoot it into the room.
Okay.
Against
I
the
go
wall?
get the cultist. I cut his head off. Come back.
There you go.
Come and get some, boys! So rabble.
And longbow.
Let's say it is 8:51, and this fight will definitely go longer than 9 minutes. So let's call it, yeah, and do the fight next week.